Hey, I got YouTube's going too, so I'm going to follow both of y'all. What y'all up to today? Memorial Day. I got to put hooks on these little jewels. Doug, I went to Loosedale yesterday and drove over Big Creek. It looked pretty froggy. Looked pretty froggy over there. Have you heard any? Casey, what's up, dude? Is it open? I didn't see any boats, so I'm assuming not. Big Red. Kyle, yeah, those came out real good. I got better pictures. Let's see. There you can see some of the colors coming through. That little jewel. And let's see. That one. So, Jay Priest, what's up, dude? Happy Memorial Day. So, here we go. Putting hooks on. Oh, Nate, you'll be good to ask. So, this bait I had Marty build me. The one I was going to drop next. It has a little bit of a I don't know that it's I wouldn't call it a design flaw. I would call it an inherent trait of the profile that it does not like to be wound fast. It runs really good and it kicks really good. It's real crisp, hits hard, but you can't reel fast because it wants to come up on one side. I couldn't tune it out of it, and I asked Marty, I was like, what's going on with this thing? He's like, it's the shape. I was like, it's the shape. He's like, yeah, there's a lot of baits out there that are like that. You know, they just don't like being wound fast. Well, I don't know that I look. I don't know that I like that. So I don't know what to do about it. But I don't really want to sell something that has a little asterisk by it and says you can only reel this one speed. So I don't know what to do with those because he built 30 of them. Maybe I'll keep them. I don't know. That's what I thought. I was like, most guys are probably going to be throwing this in the wintertime anyway, when the water's cold. So, I don't really feel like being able to burn it is uh, that big of a deal. But part of me says it is. I don't know. I don't know. Casey, those were for Tim at Scottsboro Tackle. He owns those. He sent them in. Uh, Travis, how goes it? 30 mile an hour winds in Kansas does not surprise me. Sounds like a normal day. Sounds like a normal day. Casey, he says they're working out pretty good for him on Gunnersville. So these, however, you can reel as fast as you want. Travis, so that probably puts the Memorial Day booze cruisers at a halt. I went fishing with my old fishing partner Jody Saturday morning for a couple hours to throw. We just went out there to fart around behind his house on Dog River. Doug, we dicked around in Halls Mill Creek, and do you fish Dog River much, Doug? It's a weird place. It's a weird place. Um, we started the morning. Jody caught one probably pushing 4 pounds on a frog, and then like it went. I think we caught two more, and that was it. We caught that one, and then we left and went to this other place. Actually, we ran like a few more spots, and then like at like 9 o'clock, we went back down to where we caught that first one. Then we caught two more, and I don't know, they were just weird acting, and the tide was good. Like it was like you know hour or two before incoming. Like it was still coming in, or before high, it was still incoming. It was a good tide, but they were weird. Oh damn it! You don't hear me? I just got a call. Uh, Big Red. That's a good point. Good point. I don't know. I like versatility. You know what I mean? I do. I will say, back when I was in Austin and I was building um, my shad, like that big shad I've got swim bait. Um, I was looking for it. This one is part of it. Here's actually the whole thing. But when I was building those, oh, I didn't show the YouTubes. When I was building these, um, I made a wake that was probably the greatest wake I've ever seen. It was the most aggressive, like hard thumping, like insane wake I've ever been a part of. The only issue with it was you could only throw it at one speed with your rod tip at one particular direction. So it was very needy. Uh, but when the rod angle was right and the speed was right, it was insane, dude. Like I didn't. I was like, dude, I want people to throw this, but I can't. I don't want to send an instruction book with it and be like, listen, this is the only thing this bait will do, and it will do it at one speed, and your rod's got to be pointed directly at it, like in a 20 degrees. And but that thing smashed, dude. It's around here somewhere because I didn't want to dick the bill up because I didn't want to have to like try and recreate it. Uh, Dustin, yeah, these are going after I get off of here. I will I will put these up after I get them all. I'm gonna get hooks on them, and I guess if I do a midday Memorial Day drop, I get them shipped out today probably. Uh, Casey, let me see that thing. I can probably match it. Um, Doug, that's what I've heard. I've never been to Fowl. Um, I know Fowl gets clearer, like the water looks better in there. Uh, but Dog River bass fishing's weird. That's what Jody was telling me. He's like, dude, the biggest fish, like the biggest bass I've caught in Dog River are when I'm trout fishing. He's like, they'll be mixed in with a school of trout. He's like, you'll catch like a 5 pounder just randomly. That's odd. But I don't know what those. I've never met anybody that was like a Dog River. Like I think there's lots of Dog River aficionados, but they're trout guys. You know what I mean? I don't know anybody that's like a Dog River diehard for bass fishing. Uh, but I'd like to pick their brain because it seems kind of odd the fish behavior in there. Because you see some pretty decent fish out of there like early in the year, but once they come off bed, it's like they just like vacate. Sneak peek? Yeah, let me turn this light off so you can see. Yeah, Travis. Speckled sea trout. There's one color. Got a little shiny on top. Got a little purple on the tail. A little green on the shoulder. YouTubes can't see it. And we got the chartreuse crawl, tomcat, whatever you want to call it. Kyle, did you catch them? Travis, they do have teeth. I got specifically the older ones get two little snaggle tooth up front, and then the old gill. Gill's got glitter on it. This is a last minute. This is a last minute choice. I was about to clear coat them. I was like, I think that needs something on the gray. So I put some. I did a little glitter job. Um, Norman suspending jerkbait just for specs. Uh, these dive to about 4 probably, if you're just in a generalized sense. Um, I would say it's got a medium aggressive action, and it's very crisp, very crisp, very snappy. Look, Rich is smallmouth fishing today. The boy and myself caught 5. We finally won it here. Rich, that's unfortunate. That's kind of what we experienced Saturday. Kind of what we experienced Saturday. You get one big one right off the bat, and you're like, oh, dude, we're going to smash them. Nah. Dan, probably not. Maybe. I've been wanting. My fishing partner Joe's got a pool. I've been meaning to go over there and shoot videos of all these baits. I'm really just scared to put my GoPro underwater. But I got a lot of stuff I want to compare. Um, but I think it would be definitely a good addition to you know some someone's channel, um, to add for it to be the primary. I think you'd have something to go along with it. But honestly, I'd just like to have I'd like to have video of my of what my baits do. You know what I mean? Just as like a record. Um, South Jersey, what's up? Casey, that's a good point. If you put a center point in the pool so you could tell where the bait was, if it was moving around or not, or how it was running or whatever. You almost need though. I feel like uh, the stationary cameras do decent, but I almost feel like you need somebody in the water to like follow behind the bait to get a good like, because you can really only see the bait like in the last like few feet to where you can actually tell what's going on. Um, I feel like you need somebody chasing it, but Jay, have fun. Good luck. Travis, I don't blame you. When I hook my boat up and I go like 10 miles up the road and come back and it's cost me $100 in gas, it's like I didn't even do anything. Do that a couple times and that shit starts stinging. Hella, I'll leave that to Jerry McInnes. I do wish somebody would bring back the thing that Bass and ESPN used to do. Jerry McInnes used to when they did the Bass Tracker, the Bass Track or whatever, where they strap a homing beacon to a fish and send him out into the world. That was really interesting. Really interesting. Catching lunkers. I don't think I've ever seen the Go Fish cam. This thing's shooting up high. I can turn my light back on. Didn't Ben Milliken do that? Or was his a catfish? I thought Ben strapped a GoPro to some sort of fish. Would y'all watch a live cam on a bass's head at like some really busy lake? That'd be a pretty fun live feed. Ooh. Looks like I have lost the Exacto again. I'm back. Is that similar to the water wolf? Is the Go Fish, is that the same as the water wolf? I think that's the evolution of the sport. Kyle, you're talking about live target. think eventually fishermen will evolve to not even wanting to fish for fish. They just want to watch what a fish, like watch through a fish's eyes. So you'll have like fish YouTube channels where it's like Billy Bass, Santee Cooper, and you just sit there and people just mindlessly stare at their screen and watch like a bass swim. This is awesome. Like, did you see that fish? He moved around the tree today. Fish POV porn, pretty much. I would like to see over the course of a day, like if you had a dock, like if you lived on the water, and uh, you could just strap a GoPro to like one of your pier pilings. It feels like a place that got heavy fishing pressure, and just see how many people's baits came up under your dock in a day, just to kind of see what a fish saw. Um, that would be really cool. Like pick the biggest community hole in the lake and then just like sink a GoPro. Somebody probably snag your GoPro and run off. Travis, I'm not sure what the working class zero dude was so pissed off about yesterday. I saw his little rant on Swimbait Universe. But somebody, when I was trying to figure it out, does anybody know? Somebody said he was pissed off about his knobs, his real knobs. I guess he does with DRT. That somebody came out with like flat knobs that looked like his. But I mean, he made points that like the fishing industry is like really bad about like ripping off shit, and it is. But I feel like in any business is, because I mean, I don't know. I mean, anything that involves money is slimy. You know what I mean? As far as like morals go, you can't just like expect everybody to like play by the rules. Um, so I don't think it's just fishing. Uh, it stings a little more, I think, because as fishermen, we typically think that like we give other fishermen all the, the benefit of the doubt that they're like good people and they're going to do right and shit like that. But when it involves money and somebody sees something and they're like, this guy's getting $200 for a replacement reel handle. I ain't paying that. That's a ripoff. I'm gonna make my own. I don't think that's unique to fishing. Um, uh, but and somebody said it was about his head case harness for the bait. And I don't even know what that is, but apparently he created a harness to make your screw locks not maybe come out as easy. Um, so I don't know. I don't know. But I don't think that problem is unique to the fishing industry. Like I said, I just think we think better of ourselves in the community, and for the most part, everybody is not everybody, but there's a good percentage of do-gooders and people with a strong moral compass. But for every 10 of those, there's probably 3 dipshits that want to do whatever they can, and I see it all the time, dude. Um, You see it all the time. Uh, Whatever that company is that did the Vixen knockoff. Hell, everybody's done it. Just look at the Vixen. X-Zone's got out one. X-Zone just came out with one now, and it looks just like a Vixen. And some people don't see anything wrong with it. That, like, reaction makes the Vixen. Maybe it's not in production right now. Some people see nothing wrong with them sending a Vixen to China, getting it 100% copied, and selling it as their own. I'm not talking about like changing some stuff. I'm talking about the bait as it's made. Oh, Excite, excuse me. What does X-Zone make? Is X-Zone still around? Sounds like a place you go play paintball. Teckle? So, I don't know. I mean, like I said, I think part of the issue is if guys are looking for, if they're mentoring from Berkeley, Pradco, Strike King, any of those people, they're the world's worst about it. So if you're trying to look up to somebody and you're looking out through the industry, and a guy is kind of teetering on the edge of thinking, nah, I don't know if this is right, and then he looks out into the world and he's like, well, shit, they rip everybody else off, so what's the problem? Like, screw it. But and that's the dumb thing about it, is that, like, why not just make it, like, if you're gonna rip off a Vixen, just make it look different. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't have to be exactly the same, but you could put the attributes you like from a Vixen into a different bait and, like, make it your own and make it cool. But what do you want to do that for? Sea bass, they do. I was supposed to actually bull some down at Jody's house Saturday. I don't know if we're going to or not. But yeah, that's the story, Travis. I think there's more to it. I don't know what all there is to it, but I don't know what the whole story with that is. You're right, Nan. They got it figured out. So I don't know. I mean, will the bottom feeders come out and completely rip off Gilbert's Citizen? Of course. I'm telling you, all it takes is one disgruntled employee that can't get a bait, and they'll say, these things are $80. It's a friggin' ripoff. I can make those. South Jersey, I'm 100% positive that is all 100% by design for Jackal. That is not due to that is not due to sales. That is because they've done it too many times and brought baits back. It's on purpose. Um, so Casey, it's hard in the fishing world. I mean, where else you get a bait made? Travis, you'll pay $20 for a squeaky dolphin. I never owned one of the originals. Were they that squeaky and that good? Tackle snobs, what's up? South Jersey, that is the other thing, is like I don't it sucks, but the reality of it is if you have an idea, especially in fishing, and you think it's unique, the odds are it's probably not. So you know, the move in the fishing industry, and it works with painters, bait designs, anything that goes along with Dustin, no. Um, anything that goes along those lines, the move from an owner standpoint um, is I take whatever idea I steal from Dustin or Travis. I'm like, man, that's awesome. Well, they're selling like 1,000 units. So I have to get to market with the same product, bigger and faster. So more people see it as my product and they never know they exist. So if I can blow up a bait or a hook or whatever, a swim bait or swim jig, a color or something, if I just like get it out there and get it in front of more people than you can, then it's mine. Um, you know what I mean? Because nobody knows you exist, and that's how you that's what happens in the fishing world a lot. You know, you take a little bit of something, and you're like, oh, that's a great idea. But since you're a crumb and you're never going to do anything with it, or you're going to do what you want with it at your pace, but I'm going to do what I want with it at my pace. The only difference is I'm going to look like the smart guy, right? Because like as far as the general population knows, I have 500,000 people that follow me, and they all see this product that they think I created. When in fact, there's like a very small percentage of people that know the real story, and you know, it doesn't matter at that point. You know, my 2 million people have seen it, and they think I'm brilliant. But your 200 that follow you on Instagram know the real story, but that doesn't matter anymore. Um, starting to see the guys saw that his head harness was like it, and they decided to make their own. Yeah, but somewhere I'm Pretty sure there's probably 10 guys on planet Earth that had already made that harness. Not saying he ever saw it. Like, that's what sucks though, is that like you can dream something up and put it out there, and it's really, really, really difficult to like to have something that's like super unique. Um, like I said, I don't know jack shit about the head harness, but if it's 100% his thing, then yeah, he should patent that shit. What is Reaction's worst bait currently in stock now? I don't think they have one. I don't think they have one. But like the thing about it is, if Gilbert's got a good following for what he does, and he like sells all his baits, and he gets it sucks when somebody starts ripping you off. But say um, Strike King sees Mike's head harness, and they're like, "Oh, this is pretty sweet. We're going to put that in one of our stupid ass swim baits." And then they come out with it because it's not under patent or anything. And then Gilbert's got his like 50,000 people that know about his head harness. Well, Strike King puts it out there, and 2 million people see it. Nobody knows about Gilbert. They think Strike King is like really smart. But then you've got, Gilbert's like 25,000 people, however many, like trying to fight for him, and it's like a losing battle. You know what I mean? Like, you can never get to all those people that Strike King's already brainwashed. But you see it. There's always those the defenders of the truth out there that try and like get on post and be like, this isn't what it looks like. This is just the same thing with like Berkeley and their gill that they ripped off from Japan. Uh, they post, Ike posts a video, hey, check out my new gill, and there's like 200 comments, and they're all like, oh my god, this is so sick, I gotta buy it, this is awesome, and then there's like one dude that's like, that's from Japan, that's been out for like 5 years, they didn't design that, that's like a total ripoff. But like nobody sees it, you know what I mean? You might get like a couple people that make stir some shit up about it, but you're I mean, it's the same with everything, dude. The same with everything. So it's just the nature of the beast. You just kind of gotta flow with it. But you got guys like Ben Milliken who can put like Guggen on blast for uh, I think I think the one they ripped off the hardest was was the flat bait, 6 cents flat bait. They they hit that one pretty hard. But you got a guy like Ben. He's got a pretty large audience, and he can but he didn't really have a foot to stand on with 6 cents. So, which I'm not hating on 6 cents, but they clearly have taken things they like from other baits. Dan, that is a great way to put it. Truth is what the more popular people say it is. The more people that can hear me tell you what the truth is, That makes it so. South Jersey, I think if he really wanted to get that patented, he seems well connected enough that he could probably find somebody with a little bit of scratch to cover his patent fees. If I were a betting man, he might. I, mean, I don't know. Dustin, he does. He do. Sycamore, me neither. Me neither. It's usually popular opinion usually sends me in the opposite direction. I have never liked popular opinion on anything. Hence my line choice. Tell me fluorocarbon's awesome, and I'll throw mono for 20 more years.
And getting everybody Jersey Mike.
Yes.
Are you online?
Yes.
Sorry.
That's okay. You can say hello.
Hi everybody.
Hi.
Do you want me to drop off from Jersey Mike?
Sure. Uh, maybe.
I don't like.
Sure. That sounds wonderful.
Um,
Anybody like anything from Jersey Mike's? No Jersey Mike's.
You want a drink?
Mm. Coke. Large.
Chips?
Travis says hi. Yeah, I'll take some chips, whatever. The whole shebang. Fill me up.
Hey Travis. Hey everybody.
Girls are about to go to the swimming pool, as the bean said. They're going to the pool.
Yeah.
Baby mom in the house. That's right.
I was getting some
And she's trying to get some new shirts done
for tackle craft.
for Tackle Craft this time.
They're trying to. Hopefully, we'll have 3 new designs up.
3 new designs up in the next week or two. Fully stocked apparel.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this hook. Nice one. I was complaining about VMC.
All right, look at it.
Or I was preaching that I never get losers out of VMC.
Bye, everybody.
What do you do with this thing? It's like a chicken foot. Check that thing out. I don't think I need that one. Where were we? Where were we? Ben, he cut the baits up. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they really just changed the gill plate and the eyeball, right? But that's enough. That's enough. Because that's the way of the world. But I mean, you can't tell me, Gilbert talking about, you know, it's got to change, do better. You can't tell me one product that does really well on Amazon that people aren't watching saying, how can I do this product but cheaper and sell more? That's like, there's like thousands of people right now on their computers like looking for products to do that too, like every minute of every day. South Jersey, I didn't order any baits. No, I don't know what I would even order. Only baits I order from Marty. Travis, I never got into line. I never got into line conditioner. I will say I didn't buy the KVD line conditioner. I bought that Bill Dance line and lure Blackmore. Ow. But I think it was out at the time when I was like really impressionable. You know what I mean? Like line and lure came out like in the '90s, and I was like still like gullible. Um, but I've heard a lot of guys use it for like when it's cold, like maybe it helps. I don't know. I you know I feel like everybody's got a can of that shit like stuffed in their cabinet somewhere. But I never. You soak big game in it when you first put it on. Soaking line in anything kind of scares me. You don't think it has any adverse? Would does anybody else soak their line in something? You've never seen one, like any kind of adverse? No cons, only pros. I saw some dude. Dustin thinks line and lure weakens the line. That's interesting. Um, I saw some dude with his spool of line like stuck down in a damn like bucket of water. I was like, I really don't want my line like soaking in water. Um, oh, you spray it, not soak. I thought you like filled a tub up and soaked it. What about real magic, Dustin? You think it does anything adverse? I wish I could do a Trump impression. I would try. The water trick does work for spooling your reels up, but wouldn't let it sit there without spooling the whole reel up. I mean, I think just like sitting in a pool of water for long enough, like I don't think I could do it with this pool. Like I don't think that would be smart because I think enough water is going to get into this pool that it would like never come out. Like you would just have like until it evaporated, which would take who knows how long. I would always have like moisture in this pool, and I would think that would break down my my gigantic spool of line. Um, I can tell you one thing that I really knows. I know the biggest thing to me that makes a difference in line memory, and you can take this to the bank. This will be the hack for the day. Don't use little shitty this big filler spools. The bigger, wider spools, these have memory on them. Like the line memory is dictated by what spool it's put on. Like this spool will have you know not as much memory. So, but this line, when I spool it on a reel, it hardly has any memory on it. Like it's like super limp. But when you put it on your little spool, so that's why I like that's, I know you can't get every line in big gigantic spools like this, but that's why I really like these big ones, is because there's less memory on them, and they, when they come off on the spool for, you know, a couple trips, they still have this memory in them, uh, especially in the summertime when it's warm. Uh, but in the wintertime they'll shrink up. But when it's in the summer, they're you know, they'll hold pretty true for a while. Um, yeah, it's cheap enough that you can spool up with it if you want to. Um, but Travis, what, you tied to a tree or something? All right. Next, I don't know what the like, back to the rip off thing. Like, I've been ripped off. Like, my paint jobs have been ripped off. And does it piss me off? Yes. But I think what pisses me off the worst is not like the general public's perception of like whatever bait company's paint job. It's the fact that some weasel was sitting in an office somewhere and he was getting paid very well to steal my paint jobs, AJ's paint jobs, whoever's paint jobs off of Instagram, and he got patted on the back for it. That's the part that rubs me the wrong way. Like, I don't give a rat's ass about the company like making money. It's the guy that goes to sleep at night knowing that he has not one creative bone in his body, and you know, he's stealing the work of others and getting that attaboys for it. Um, South Jersey has another good question. When people super glue stuff to their line, uh, it doesn't seem to mess it up. I see people talking about, oh yeah, just put a little super glue or not. And it's like, dude, that's shit. Like, you can't even, like, you smell like one little drop of it and it'll like blast your eyelashes off. And you know, you're talking about putting it on a fishing knot. I think I'm good. Oh, it doesn't work on fluoro. That's good to know. Don't super glue your knots unless you use mono. The line of the people. Uh-oh. Wrong one. The line of the people. Casey said he put a little super glue on some fluoro and he launched a $20 bill out there in the middle of the lake. Travis, by Attaboy, I meant he got a paycheck. He had a job that he was being paid to do. His Attaboy was direct deposited into his bank account every week. Hella, I have to go back and watch that one. Which one was it? I watched the whatever that lake is. I tried to finish it. I think I got sidetracked and had to go do something. The kids were running around. But uh That's what I usually end up doing. I get about halfway through a video and I have to leave, or like, go lasso a kid. No, here's the funny thing about this Kyle. Um, I've talked about this piece of shit company before. And I try not to mention their name, but if you add the two numbers up in their name, it equals 4. And somebody, Austin Taylor, who paints baits down in uh, the Sabine area, um, he sent me this picture, and he's like, "Damn, dude, they got your ass good." And the thing said like photo unavailable. He sent it to me on Instagram, and I was like, "I can't see it." He's like, "What do you mean you can't see it?" I was like, "It says it's unavailable." He's like, "Dude." I was like, "What?" He's like, "This fucker's blocked you." I was like, "Blocked me from what?" He's like, "They just blocked you." I was like, "Why would they block me?" He's like, "I don't know, but that's a reason you can't see it." Sure as shit, dude. I tried to look them up. They wouldn't show up in any search. Uh, so for whatever reason, I got blocked by that company. Wonder what that was all about. And I didn't even follow him. That was what was so stupid. Yeah, that's when I was like, dude, y'all are like really shit bags, like just dirt bags. So, but like I said, you got me talking to 12 people online right now, 20 people online, whatever. Like it doesn't matter to the industry, because the industry, you know, nobody knows. But you look at like somebody posted a picture of their new this shitbag company. They released some sort of like wiggle wart, and somebody posted it on the posted it on like the wiggle wart page, and you're like, I wonder if this is a good wiggle wart alternative. And dude, they ripped AJ's crawl off like to the T. And the guy posted the picture of the bait, and I saw it, and I was like, dude, that is 100% AJ's crawl. But none of these people know it. You know what I mean? Like I did, and I tagged AJ in it, and just to maybe like so he could comment and maybe get a little recognition. But the really shitty thing about it is like that's like AJ's thing. I don't want to speak for AJ, but like he paints a lot of crawls, and crawls were like his signature thing that he like put out into the world, and that he designed and whatever. Um, so uh, you know maybe AJ decides this year, hey, I want to bring out ABS plastic injected crankbait. I'm going to do a run, and maybe help me out a little bit, that I don't have to custom paint as much. Maybe I'll have a manufacturer build me some, and put my paint jobs on them. Trying to make a little extra money. Well, guess what? His signature fucking crawl is no longer like, if he puts it out, he's copying them. You know what I mean? Like if he puts his signature number one like crawfish pattern out, and goes and approaches Academy or Dick's Sporting Goods, they're gonna look at it and be like, well, just looks like that company's. It's like, well, yeah, it does because they stole it from you. It's like, well, I mean, it looks too similar. So he's dicked. He has to put his brain to work and try and like, you know, make make it his again. Like come up with something new. So it's really shitty. Effort. Uh, I won't say the name, but there's two numbers, and if you add them together, they equal 4. They took AJ's crawl, my gill, and I would say a couple of my shads. So, uh, but 100% my gill. Um, Kyle, no, unfortunately not. Hella, seriously, can you imagine that? Like, they're gonna block the guy they ripped off. Like, shouldn't it be the other way around? Anytime I see their product, I just want to like throw up in my mouth that they still even exist. Talking about a company I want to see go down in flames. Like when like that's part of me is it like loves Guggen and loves Sixth Sense, just because I want to see them like destroy the other dirtbag company. Oh, Najee, thank you, my friend. You a good dude. You know what's up. I don't understand it though. Like you said, South Jersey people talking about like taking stuff from other people. I feel like the Japanese are really good at like collaborating on stuff and doing stuff like within the industry with other companies. Like it's not just a total rip off fest. I don't feel like if they see something that somebody else has done, they might work with them on something or you know do a. They tend to give credit where credit's due. I feel like. Um, Kyle, no, that was a the story behind that was that bait had already been patented in like the 90s, and the patent ran out, and they were both waiting. They're both companies apparently, or I know Casey's smart as fuck, but I don't know who the dipshit who is, um, but that bait was known about the patent on it, and they were waiting on the patent to run out. So they both dropped at the same time, as was merely because the patent ended, and it was a race to get it out. Correct. The baits were built. The baits were ready. It was just watching the calendar, and then that day hit. It's like, all right, let's go to work. And it was game on. No, it wasn't. It wasn't just a coincidence. Those two style baits popped out at the same time. Yeah, I don't know. South Jersey is it's an odd. It is an odd. Travis, that's a great idea. Why wouldn't somebody like Norman call TK at Tacklecraft and say, "Hey, we'd like to do a Tacklecraft run of paint jobs. You know, we'll give you X amount of dollars per unit sold. You know, give you a little sticker on the pack or whatever it is. Like, you know, yeah, that'll be awesome. Do 5 colors, whatever. But you see that in like apparel. Like a lot of companies do that in apparel where they're like team up with somebody and do like a limited run or whatever. Um, sure, that would be awesome. Um, I've had companies approach me to do color lines for them. Jackal for one, uh, and but they didn't want to. It wasn't a collaborative effort. It was me give them 10 colors and then pay me what it costs to paint them. So it was treated like they were a normal company and that they weren't going to go into production. It was as if you, Travis, sent me 12 baits and said, "Hey, uh, paint me 3 shads, 3 bluegills, and 3 crawfish, and I'm going to pay you, uh, you know, 150 bucks or 200, whatever it comes out to." You know what I mean? Sorry, guys, not the same. Um, so yeah, that deal didn't go through. Um, I don't like. Yeah, I didn't want to. I didn't want any part of that. Uh, I've told you all the Ketchko story, haven't I? That's a good one. About the Christmas present. What's the name of that? That's what was funny, Onaji, is they told me, we need an American, like we need a U.S. color line that's appealing to the market over here. And we need you to make that. It's like, okay. It's like, we're going to pay you $15 a bait. It's like, nah, sorry. Um, Travis, yeah, you could run your whole, like, you could do it for like, the whole year. Just get different people to do stuff. It would be awesome. Not that I would take it, but it would be something cool for somebody to do. Um, South Jersey, I haven't. I do have that blade though. I think if this is the one you're talking about. Mm, it's the big ball sack blade. This plastic. I've got them somewhere. Have you seen those? Um, Kyle, just $15 flat rate for the one bait painted that's going to get sent off. And I think they were trying to beat me up over the 15. Like maybe that was expensive. Maybe they wanted like 12. Crawdads, R&R, they got them, Hall. You coming down to eat them? The Ketchco. I don't think Ketchco existed then. It was what's the name of that place? Uh, it's not Ketchco. It's whatever the box name is. Oh, I gotta work. When you planning on being down here? If it's today, definitely not. Amy's got some. She's going with her mom somewhere with the kids. Um, what's the name of that place? Who makes those boxes that they monthly ones? Uh, it's not Lucky. Mystery, correct. Them. Um, so their marketing dude sent me a message, and they wanted they were inquiring about getting a swim bait painted for their CEO for Christmas, and he wanted me to incorporate the MTB logo into the design on the side of the bait, and it was going to be a one-off for this gentleman uh, for Christmas. So I said, "Yeah, I can do that." Um, it's going to be about $200. He was like, $200 for what? Like, 150 for design fees, 50 for the bait and the paint. And he was like, "What are design fees?" I'm like, what? I was like, "You want the side of the bait to say MTB? How how does that happen? Do I go to Hobby Lobby and buy an MTB stencil and just stick it on the side of the bait? No, I have to create that. I have to design that. I have to go through all the, whatever to make that happen and not look stupid. So, and I have to make something on the other side of the bait. So that really pissed me off. Like, why do you have design fees? What does design fees mean? And yeah, I guess that's what he thought. Hall, I just draw on it with a damn pencil, and the last message I think I got after this question about design fees, and I had laid it out like how I was going to do it because I already had the idea as soon as he said it. Um, he said, "Let me run this by the team first." So, eat dick. Run it by the team. Like literally $200 they spend on lunch for the office on a Tuesday, and that's probably without tip. So after that, uh, said y'all can eat a dick. But the thing about it is that was just a gift too. So like, if you're gonna splurge on something, like why not splurge on something that's like really unique? But get lots of those. 5 bones for some BDS2s at Ollie's. What is Ollie's, Seabass? South Jersey, I've done the thing about it. I think part of the reason, like I used to paint, I used to do runs for UFO a lot. Do stuff with Mike Bullshed. Um, I think part of the reason is like the newer like building generation and painting generation. They all get on like Facebook groups and like on social media and get on there and like tickle each other's dicks and like they just like they're their own little community. That's I don't really do that. I don't get on Swim Bait Universe and like show off every bait I painted. Um, but if you're new to building and you're looking for painters and guys to like collab with, you get on Swim Bait Universe and you see a dude posting 1,000,000 baits a week. Uh, that's your guy. That's the guy you talk to. Um, I don't do that. I don't get on there and fluff myself up and say, "Ooh, look at me, look at me." I do that. I do that in front of y'all on my own time, on my own page. Uh, but no, I've never like it's a bad business move for me. I just don't like. I don't know. I don't. To me, it's a toot of your own horn, and I don't. I'm not a. I don't want to toot my own horn like in a public forum. And like I said, I do that. I do that in front of y'all in private. Uh, so, but I used to. I used to like try and like get on like Bass Boat Central and make posts and be like, "Hey, look at what I did. Isn't it cool?" And then like you get like one comment that'd be like a thumbs up, like this is a waste of time. And then you'd see some other guy post like a real shitty bait, and they're like, "Check out this new paint job," and there'd be like 30 comments, and guys are like, "Oh my god, it's so sick." And it's just it just shows you the difference. Like when you like hang around and you're like part of something, it's not about your work. Like your work is never the reflection. It's like who all you've buttered up and like buddied up with on Bass Boat Central or whatever. That's uh, that's how that game works. So I started looking around and I was like, this isn't really like this is like a tackle making group, but it's not really about like what I'm doing. It's like it's who I know. It's not what you know, it's who you know. It's the same thing. Seabass, is that do y'all have one in Birmingham or like Coleman or somewhere? Or did you go out of town somewhere? Or was that when you were in the ATL where the players play and they ride on them things like every day? Uh, yeah, I'm a big Elude fan. I'd like to talk to the dude from Elude, not about baits, about his branding. I've spoke on his packaging and his branding a lot before, but I'd like to know what his story is because I feel like he has to have a job within that type of like industry. Um, because all his packaging is custom per bait, and it's like the designs are flawless, and like it's not some dude like me trying to figure out how to do this shit. Like he's got a buddy that does it. He does it. Like it's his. I'd like to know and get the down low on what his you know, because I don't feel like you just wake up one day and you're just like really good at like getting packaging made. I don't know. You tell me, Hella. See that now we're talking. If his real job is a graphic designer, then that would 100% make sense. That he's like connected in like even where to get this shit made. That's the thing about it. If I wanted to go like even if I was like a graphic designer and I wanted to have all these like intricate like cut out drop ins for like packages, like I don't even like is he getting like 10,000 of those done a lick or 3,000 or like I wouldn't think he's building that many baits that he would have to be. I don't know. Like, how do you get it done in like lower volumes? Um, but like I said, it's and he would be even more interesting to talk to about graphic design because that's like one of my favorite things. Um, I would be more interested in his graphic design background than anything about bait building. Uh, I do structural distribution packaging. Structural distribution. Is that like pallets? If if you if you are a very small lake, 8 to 1,200 acres, say you caught the lake record bass and close to the state record, would you get what W and F to certify your record? It's pretty cool, Hella. The stuff that the little stuff ships in. Interesting. Team No Fish was printing for over 20 years. Knew a lot of graphic designers. Most are in their own world. Yeah, it takes an interesting. I've spoken to a few about doing like just like little one-off like art stuff, and you it's a shame that you gotta hunt and peck through like if you see somebody's art that's really good, uh, it's a crapshoot on whether or not he's like some of those guys that are good are down to earth. Some of those guys that are good are looking for Apple to talk to them. They're looking for Amazon to talk to them. They're looking for Yeti to talk to them. They're looking for like they're like they may have 12,000 followers on Instagram or whatever, but they're like they're trying to put together packages of like all this branding and marketing shit. It's like, dude, I just want you to like draw me something. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, I don't want like you're being way too wordy, and you're like, you know, this is not that big of a deal. Like, will you just like draw me this and send it to me, and then I give you some money? Like, tell me how much that costs. I'm not trying to like, they're like, where do you see your brand in 5 years? And like, dude, shut up. Like, just draw me something and take my money. I would 100% get my record certified. You talking about for fear of getting your lake blasted? Yeah, I'd certify. Um, yeah, South Jersey Elude has he has a creative mind. He's got good taste, which I never. Um, I wasn't a huge fan of the like cartoon stuff he did, but uh, I mean that's it's all beauty's all in the eye of the beholder. So, but everything he's ever done, I've liked. Um, uh, but you can tell he's got his shit together. He's not just throwing shit up against the wall. Like he knows what he's doing. He's got a creative mind, and he pours badass baits. I would say he's probably one of my favorites in the industry because he's the total package. Like he can do it all, and he's got you can tell he's got taste because like he's got his style of painting and it fits his baits, and he's not trying to like do anything other than him. Like he stays in his lane and creates his brand and his style, and like that's I think the biggest thing for me is that he is he's just he's creative and he does his own thing. Uh, like the world around him might as well not exist. I'm sure he takes things from this and that, but you never see it because he's a tasteful, you know, in the way that he presents his stuff, uh, which is cool to me. So I think I'm about to go eat my sandwich that Amy brought me. Um, I'll probably watch some YouTube videos, but hour and a half, outstanding. Uh, so y'all be good. Sorry if you had to listen to me rant for a little while, but I feel better. Um, anyway, y'all be good. Have a good Memorial Day. I'm going to here in a minute. Give me about. I'm going to eat my lunch, and then give me about an hour, and I will have these put on the website for sale. Um, and then that way, any of y'all that are on here that want to get them can get them. And then maybe after that, I will send out maybe make a little Facebook post or Instagram post or something. Sorry, Hella. It's better than listening to me eat. That's one of my pet peeves. I really don't like I don't eat loud. I'm very like conscious of like the noise I make when I eat because I lived with a like a mouth eater and then like a and he it was like nails on a chalkboard. So I've never been a fan of like I don't know. I just don't like trying to eat in private. I don't want anybody to have to listen to a weird smack. Yeah. All right. That'll be good. See you later. Insta. Yeah, we got 5 viewers. Kyle, did she make noise or she didn't like people making noise? She couldn't like watch people eat. I could feel her on that, dude. Shit's gross. Gotta watch this. Oh, she didn't want her to watch her. Yeah, I tend to cover my mouth when I eat a lot. Or I used to have it wasn't like a nervous twitch or like a real bad habit, but I would like wipe my mouth like with a napkin just to kind of like keep my mouth covered. But quit mowing and buy some balsa. Let's see. Dustin, this is a real dick move, but let's see. I have to create the listing. Let's see here. I need to add a product name, add pictures. I'm just going to do them right now. Then I can eat in peace. Let's see here. That one's good. Next. Upload pictures. I need to get the specs on all these baits. So I can. Does it even matter? $10 grams. Call it 3/8 of an ounce. Two and 5/8 long. What did we say these are? $65. Let's see. Kyle. Yeah, I think I do have one left. I never even posted a picture of those, which is fun. I like kind of just like letting shit go. Length. Two and 5/8 inch. Oh, 580. What is going on with my phone? Okay, next, weight. 3/8. Depth. 4 feet. Edit collection, Balsa, not square bait, square bill. Sorry. Let's see. There we go. I got 3. All right, Dustin. Listed. You're the first to know, and Travis and Kyle. But hope you like them. I'll get them packed up. All the orders that go out today should get them packed up and sent out. Maybe not. I don't know if they get picked up today, but they'll go out today or tomorrow. Anyway, thank y'all. And like I said, enjoy the rest of your Memorial Day.